am honored to introduce our first speaker. It is a privilege to open our program with an exceptional expert whose work has shaped the fields of psychology, education, and management. Dr. Larisa Peresypkina, welcome to you. You have a Ph.D. in psychology and over 30 years of experience and made significant contributions to education, mental health, and leadership training. She has served for 20 years as a senior tutor at the International Management Institute, LINC, where she trained managers in business, marketing, leadership, including as an instructor for presidential programs. She has also worked extensively in the public health sector, spending 9 years as a medical psychologist at the Moscow Scientific Practical Narcological Center, helping individuals overcome addiction and mental health challenges. Her dedication extends to children's cognitive development, serving since 2022 as a director of Smart One, a center specializing in mental arithmetic, speed reading, and calligraphy. She also represents Warm-Up in the Moscow region and the Hedgehog Academy in Stupino, where she leads programming education for children aged 6 to 16 and organizes international Olympiads in cognitive skills. Beyond her academic and professional achievements, Dr. Peresypkina has conducted over 20,000 individual consultations, worked on youth rehabilitation and conflict prevention programs, and played a pivotal role in adolescent behavior studies and business training. With her vast expertise in education, psychology, and leadership, she brings a unique perspective to today's discussions. The title of her presentation is The Wheel of Cognitive Function Balance, based on her experience and expertise working with children and seniors. Please, Dr. Larisa Peresypkina.
Let me just set up. Yes, dear friends, I'm very happy to be a participant of this creative, huge event. I'm very grateful for yesterday. I'm happy to greet everyone in our single, friendly collective in this Ihud Institute. My report represents the experience, my experience working with children from 2016, and from since 2024 we've been working with people of silver age. Here you can see me with my student at the All Russia Championship of Intellectual Sports in 2021. There were thousands of participants in this competition, and we became finalists. And we became one of the top 10 intellectual sports people, athletes, sports people in intellectual sports. And now she studies in medicine. Many of my students are graduating from all kinds of universities and very well socialized. The methodological base for the research is first and foremost the integral paradigm developed under the guidance of Ephraim Eliav. Also, we study brain gymnastics by Paul and Gail Dennison, the Japanese system of brain training, Ryuta Kawashima. Ryuta Kawashima's research showed that solving simple arithmetic examples, the blood flow in the brain improves considerably in both hemispheres of the brain and creates new neural networks, new neutral connections. For the first time, I learned about the method of the circle method by Yulia Chemerinskaya and mnemonic techniques I studied them from a center advanced organized by Nikolai Yagodkin, and then continued in the club of Konstantin Dudin and from his teacher Vladimir Mangataev, and got the right to teach these techniques. Took part in a couple of university competitions. I learned the application of brain gymnastics for children from one of the most notable specialists in Russia. This program allows a student to detect challenges in the study and professional activity and to find optimal ways of addressing these challenges. One of the key ways to stimulate the brain's activity is natural movement. Physical activity, walking, dancing, swimming helps both hemispheres of the brain. This helps coordination and also thinking. Exercises that physical activities engaging both sides of the body, engage both hemispheres of the brain, and improve memory. Working with children that had problems with attention showed that after regular exercises in balance, coordination, improved their cognitive skills considerably as well. For working with children, we usually apply balance and action by Paul Dennison. Regular exercises help to harmonize the brain. One of the most effective exercises is the hooks exercise. You can do it sitting down, as you can see here. You can do it lying down, standing up, and it relieves stress in just a couple of minutes. And this has been shown by doctors as well. What both children and adults enjoy is some Japanese techniques of brain training, writing for 20 minutes a day, several special exercises for calligraphy, and simple algebra exercises, which also improves the blood flow in the brain. Some practical methods of harmonization, working with both children and adults, is the key by Hasai Aliyev. This method was created by a candidate of medical sciences. He's a famous physician and neurologist. This removes the tension that appears due to stress, and through natural movement of the body, restores a resourceful state for the body. I was lucky enough to study from the author these methods from the author himself. Another example is breath work by Alexei Mamatov. He's a famous doctor, rehabilitologist. These breathing techniques help to reduce stress. Sometimes I apply when working with children and adults the best ideas from neurographics by Pavel Piskarov. Also, I use very widely unity games and rules of the circle. So in any interaction with children and adults, this has very good influence on forming such a good atmosphere. Interaction, according to the rules of the circle, includes several aspects. competition with oneself. So the kids and adults win, they beat themselves at the same time as advancing in their intellectual development. It's very important to have a common good, common success, not just to play, but to play for the common good. The games in the circle necessarily create an atmosphere of joy and creativity. And this is a potential, helps to develop everyone's potential and create a more harmonious world. First, I studied the circle method of the circle from Yulia Chemerinskaya. The advantages of the method of the circle include revealing something that's bigger than the sum of the parts. When we follow the rules of the circle, we realize the potential of every participant and of the team as a whole. Also, what helps me in work is a wheel of balance of cognitive function. According to Konstantin Dudin, I'm one of the participants of his club of intelligent people. In the first block, we study memory, concentration, and then we study information processing. We work with the speed of perception, and then we develop practical thinking and other skills. When diagnosing the different cognitive functions, I use the Monreal scale of estimation of cognitive functions. This is good for concentration, for memory, conceptual thinking, counting, and orienting in space. The Monreal scale takes around 10 minutes, and I use similar tasks for not just for diagnosing, but also for working with both children and adults, and this is showing to be very effective. Children of different ages have been studying in a center of creative development for children in the Moscow region, improving their arithmetic skills, thinking skills, which we can see also already on children from 6 years old, and they enjoy it more as well. Endurance, emotional stability, success in different areas of life. So at the same time, in mental arithmetics and sports, they have success in normal study in an ordinary school. The main thing is in art, in music, and the main thing is a good, friendly atmosphere, which appears as a result of interacting according to the rules of the circle. We strengthen friendly relations all around the world, take part in all kinds of competitions 3 or 4 times a year. Our students take part in competitions. Recently, a couple of boys took prizes at a competition in Dubai. The integral approach to training cognitive function develops mutual understanding, mutual help between children of different ages, general connection between the participants, complementing one another, and forming a better group potential of children that study in the same group for several years. This is an example of neurogymnastics in a summer camp. During the summer, we We hold events in the format of a summer camp with food, sports, and all kinds of activities. In this video, the teacher, the instructor, is doing a lesson on neurogymnastics, and the children are doing exercises with hand movements.
Каждое занятие включает
Every lesson includes different blocks of activities: balance of gymnastics of the brain, breathing gymnastics, neurogymnastic exercises on the balance, for balance and interaction of the body and the brain. We use a lot from what modern scientists are using. For the first block, we use coordination of the body, hands, and thoughts. The second block is cognitive training of the memory, attention, thought, fast counting, calligraphy, and speed reading. The third block is necessary unity games, developing emotional intellect and teamwork. For each lesson, for each session, we include games. On this slide, these are the most favorite types of gymnastics for the kids. We have many different types of and examples of such exercises. And here, just recently in June 2024, on the basis of active longevity, this was an event for people of silver age. This competition was in a park in Moscow region. Apart from this, we have master classes for seniors. They happen twice a week. These include dialogue, exchanging opinions, doing exercises, 20 minutes of theory and 40 minutes of practice. There are many ways to do these events, to teach children and adults. We have different types of activities: friendly events, intellectual games, drinking tea, and so on. When each participant shares some successes they had in different areas of life. The main thing here is following the rules of the circle and an integral approach. One of the important criteria is emotional stability. Emotional stability is a key factor of mental development and stability. This shows the extent to which a person can adapt. One of the main signs, markers of emotional stability, we hear from the participants and from the teachers, is positive self-image, and this ability to deal with stress, respect towards others, and the ability to adapt to change. This helps their relationships and constructive interactions in the society, and the ability to see solutions in difficult situations. This helps discipline, motivation, and deal with stress while still achieving success. When they're preparing for Olympiads and all kinds of competitions, their level of stress stays low. They mainly just experience joy. The main goal of working in the group with children and adults is achieving unity and forming sincere mutual understanding. But love of others transcends the individual level and is expressed in the desire to support others. This can happen in two ways: as natural love that happens naturally, and creative love that happens through conscious effort. When they give each other gifts, good mood, concern, strengthening connections, and so on. It's important for every individual to support others, but the main thing, the general level doesn't only depend on everyone's participation, but also the leader. Even if this leader is a child, his ability to inspire the group and stability of the created connections. The integral method is built on the method of group unity and the effect of group interaction. Interaction in the group, people don't just activate the work of the brain activity, but also the ability to adapt to the thoughts and emotions of others. The group potential is a type of group intellect which strengthens the ability of every participant. Thanks to integral interaction through common work, discussions, and mutual support, we can develop new neural connections. One of the ways to practice is changing roles in the group. With children, I let the children choose the group, choose the game they will play at the end of the session, and the child determines the type of the game, where we praise the ability to adapt and to lead, and this forms joy from mutual interaction. And as a result of integral interaction, our children, our adults, we work with intellectual and emotional plasticity, conscious perception of the surrounding world, ecological adaptation to changes, and revealing hidden resources of every participant. And what's even more important is a stable, long-term, a positive effect in the participants, and the environment sets the pace and the quality of development. The more nurturing this environment is, the more and more actively the resources of each participant are revealed. This helps to compensate for the abilities of every participant. This doesn't only make cognitive training effective, but also places a foundation for emotional and intellectual plasticity, which helps the participants to perceive the world in a more effective way. This can be applied by a wide range of psychologists, health systems, and everyone's interested in long-term development. Thank you for the attention and for the opportunity. I'm ready to answer your questions.
Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation. I think we got a lot of insights, but there might be also a lot of... Sorry, I did not switch on my camera. Here I am. So thank you so much for your insights. And it was a great delight to listen to you. A lot of insights about how to teach the rules and the wisdom of the circle to children and to adults alike. So let's hear if we have some questions in our circle. Would you like to ask something? If you want to ask something, please raise your hand. You can do it like this, and or you can show it. Would be easier if you go to reaction and let me show it to you. Like when you go to participants, you can raise your hand, and then I can see if you have something would like to include yourself here. Yasmin, if we don't have questions here in our circle, are there questions in our YouTube channel or on the social media sites?
Yes, Mariam, I see that you posted a question. Where is it from?
From YouTube. I can read it. How to establish productive interaction with parents during cognitive training for children.
Очень хороший вопрос, потому что взаимодействие педагога, детей
It's a
и
great question because the interaction of the children, the parents is key, and when the study is paid for and the parents following their success, their development, it's very important for them to be able to see it. When we at all kinds of events, we give them, we fill in reports and make sure they feel their progress and make them the participants in the process. We also congratulate the champions together with the group. It studies in, they study in, and the whole group congratulates the winners, and the parents are there as well. We also have unity meals and discussions of different new projects we have. And we strive to create a council of parents. When I was in America, I saw how in a kindergarten they have a group of people that graduated a while ago, but they're so grateful to the people that they worked with that they continue even after leaving, even after the children have long graduated and studying at a university or something somewhere else, they still take part. I do different trainings on the rules of the circle in order to unite the parents.
Great, thank you. I think it's great to listen to the different approach. It's one approach, but different goals, different directions. And I would like, we have more questions here from YouTube and from the participants, but I would like to ask a question here. If you would like to say more about what are the major differences if you teach the wisdom of the rules of the circle to children or to adults. What are the major differences? Maybe it's all the same, but what would you say out of your experience?
Ну, если говорить, очень спасибо, интересный вопрос. Если говорить о
I think that's an interesting question. Speaking of the rules of the circle and the principles of the circle, then there isn't such a big difference in the method. I do following when I write the rules of the circle, I print them out, and the children pull out. For example, they came to a summer intensive training. In the first lesson, I do this kind of interactive session. They read the rules of the circle and they discuss how they understood it. Then the second one explains, then the third, and then when 10 kids read them, I asked them, will we apply these rules? They say yes, and it's for the 10 days we'll be doing this. And then one of the following days I asked, what's your favorite rule we discussed yesterday, let's say? And then on the 5th day, they already know all the rules, they don't break them, and then they go to study in further courses with the whole team, and they want to live with these rules. And that's how I work with adults as well. We either read them out or we emphasize certain things, why I will apply it or I won't. But usually there are no objections. These rules are very well formulated, so I'm very grateful to the team that did them. Very thankful to that team.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so what I'm hearing is you want to learn the rules, but you also need to make a decision that you want to apply the rules. I think this is important for us as a reminder for when we collect our insights here. So I look at our time here, and we are already up with time. I'm sorry, there are more questions. If there are more questions, please send them to our email at conference.iud@gmail.com, and the presenter will respond to them later, and we are happy to receive them. So thank you so much again for your presentation. It was very insightful. Thank you.